You're listening to the Emo Metal Gamers Podcast.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of Emo Metal Gamers Podcast. Today is July 20th, 2018, and this is episode number 41. No AO? Wow. My name is Jose Roldan.
I died inside.
Why?
I don't know. I'm Frank Berna.
I was like waiting for your AO. Huh. That was a surprise.
Keep you on your toes, man.
Yeah, you're keeping me on my toes. Hopefully, that's all I'm going to be able to do is stand on my toes next week, man. I am getting surgery on Wednesday, my friend.
Sounds like fun. I've been down that road.
Oh, God. You know, I won't be able to game for a long time. So,
You already talked to the doctor about it?
Well, the doctor said that after surgery, they have to put a cast. And then after a cast, it says that my finger is going to be like stuck. So, well, no. Yeah, for the cast, it's going to be a month. So I could probably play like halfway of the month arcade games of an arcade stick, like you said. But after that, when you take the cast off, he says the thumb's going to be stuck. And, you know, there's a small chance, 0.01%, that my thumb could stay like that permanently. God help me, no, it doesn't happen. But after that, I need physical therapy for like another month or 2 months to get my thumb working, which is gonna suck. But he said I won't be in pain, but the thumb won't get stuck.
That sucks.
Yeah, tell me about it, man. Fuck. And the cast might be too big for me to use the mouse. So the only thing I can think of, hear me out, is I can buy a left-handed mouse. I mean, how hard can it be to move a fucking mouse with your left hand, right? It can't be that complicated.
No. It's just something you gotta relearn.
Because I'm going to have my fingers on my right hand. Oh, wait. Shit, I didn't think about that. No, it shouldn't be a problem. I put my fucking hand there on the WASD and use my right hand for that. Shh. I got 2 months to learn.
Yeah?
I was thinking of writing a story. Maybe I'll stare out a window and see a murder. What was the name of that movie? That Alfred Hitchcock
Rear
movie?
Rear Window.
Oh, man. I remember when The Simpsons did that. And Bart had broken his leg. And
Everyone has done that.
But I think The Simpsons was one of the first one where he thought Flanders had killed his wife. And then he goes like, well, who was the woman who screamed? It was Flanders. The good old days when The Simpsons were good.
Yep.
So, what have you been up to? Other than, do you have any good news? We'll talk about us, our personal lives right now.
I'm good. The same old shit.
How old is your kid now? 2 months?
He'll be 3 next week.
3 months, bro. That's awesome. You get 3 more months, and then you don't have to worry about waking up in the middle of the night crying and stuff like that.
Well, he doesn't do that.
Oh, that's awesome. See?
Yeah, no, he's good.
That's fantastic, bro. It's now the fun part comes. Now it's when they get all, you know, they get in everywhere. So you you got to keep an eye on them, and you might as well close your man cave because.
Oh no, I know. I need to get a padlock
because he'll get in there and just
wreck everything.
And they don't know anything, you know. I hate to compare it, but kids are like puppies. They just don't know.
Not till you hit them.
Oh my God.
Beat them.
Frank, you know I don't think you should hit puppies. Oh my God.
Beat them with a stick.
Well.
Get that switch.
No. We don't condone that. Stop saying that. Anyway. So yeah, it's been hectic. A month of pain. And finally, you know, my doctor finally figured out what I'm going to do with my hands. So then I can finally get back to work. But it's going to suck. I really hope that it's not a permanent thing. But it was definitely that I snapped my ligament and it tore pieces of bones right out. So he showed me pictures, and you see like pieces of shattered bones inside my hand. It's disgusting.
That's awesome.
Yo, how deep is the ligament that it would do that? Oh my god.
I have no idea.
Oh my god. He says he'll remove the bones and then somehow attach it. I thought he was gonna give me like a metal or something like that would attach it in there, but he says that it's not that it's snapped in half. If it had snapped in half, then they have to put like a metal that holds the thumb together. But it was just one part of it they pull out of the bone. I'm sure people are disgusted right now. But now you know, if you fall, better to fall on your face than use your hands to protect it.
And then well, I mean, if they play Destiny, then they're okay because it's equally as disgusting.
Oh my god. I'm sure there's a couple of Destiny users here and there. Hell, I played it. I played it yesterday. Well, first of all, let me say that I got an ultra wide LG monitor. Sure, people who are following us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, they're already sick of me talking about it. But you know, when you get a new toy, you don't know because you're a console. Right? Technically, when you get yourself, no, I guess you could do it with console. You know, when you have a brand new TV, you got your 4K TV, and then you just want to put old games on to see what they look like.
Yeah.
So it's like that. I had to go into my NVIDIA file, and I had to go change every single monitor's resolution, change it to widescreen, to 21:9, and then it'll tell you which ones are compatible to the 21:9, and what do you know? 90% of the games on PC are 21:9. And the one thing that I was shocked was fighting games. I was having a hard time understanding how that would be possible. Now hear me out. Fighting games, they use the end of the monitor to jump off. So then I was looking up online, and apparently Street Fighter is not ultra wide resolution because a lot of characters do jump on the side of the screen and jump off of it. But Injustice 2 doesn't do that. Injustice 2 has an end level where you can jump off. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're in the middle of a specific level, is that what you call it? Level?
Yeah.
And if you start jumping back, you're gonna go further into till you get to the very end of the specific level. On Street Fighter, like Chun-Li, if I'm not mistaken, if both characters don't move to the left, then the monitor will stay. The screen will stay the same. But if all of them move to the left, then it'll move. But in Chun-Li's and Vega and I can't think of another character that does the same shit. They can jump off the TV screen or monitor if the opposing player doesn't move. Hence, if one player is specifically stuck in one corner and the other one is in the other one, she or he can jump off the TV screen. I guess that was something Capcom did to make it look like they're actually jumping off the TV screen. So that's probably why it's not ultra wide. It wouldn't make sense because both characters are being played maybe in two different monitors. But Injustice 2, wow, Frank. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous how much there is to the specific part or level that you don't see because it's not, it's a whole level. It's crazy. So when the fight starts, you're in the center. So you have about, I don't know, I want to say 4 inches on the side of each character from where the actual monitor would be. So that's an extra 4 inches. And that's just for fighting. I mean, I tried everything. I did Division. I actually downloaded Battlefield again, and I played a little bit today. Wow, Battlefield is ridiculous. I cannot believe how beautiful it looks in ultra wide. And I also did Division, which it changes the game completely. it's unbelievable. And I'm trying to figure out. I'm wondering if console games have it too. Why wouldn't they have it, right?
What do you mean?
The ultra wide. Why wouldn't they have it? It's the same level. It's the same design of the game. They just cut the sides. So if I have HDMI on the monitor.
Well, I'm guessing it essentially, I don't know, it because everything is all so close to the character. Games like Grand Theft Auto have the ability, to change depth perception. So you could be right up behind the character, or you can go way back.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I'd have to check the settings. I always just use default settings. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of want to disconnect the PlayStation 4 and connect it to this just to see how it looks. But God, man, do I really want to do that?
Well, all you need is an HDMI cable.
I know, but I have it in my entertainment center that is connected to
just unplug
a receiver.
Just unplug everything.
I know, Frank. Do you know what? I have to pull out the receiver. The receiver has about 7 inputs. So now I have to track the HDMI cable. You know what? Maybe I can just use... No, that's fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pull out the HDMI and use another HDMI. That way I don't have to pull it off the receiver, because it's a pain in the ass to pull something off of a receiver when the receiver is inside a specific drawer. So I'll just use another HDMI and connect it to C, because I have a feeling that, yes, console games also give you the 21:9. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the same design. I want to see if God of War is like that. Which I believe God of War probably has it. A game like that,
Maybe.
On the ultra wide would probably be amazing. God, as soon as I'm done with the podcast, I'm gonna experiment with that and see what it. I mean, if the game doesn't have it, what it does is it puts the image in the middle. So you still have. It's 34 inches, so I still got like a 30 inches. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 27 inches. So it's still pretty big, but it looks like. I mean, remember how people used to complain on Blockbuster that they used to get the 2 black lines? Remember that?
Yeah.
The 21:9 movies.
Yeah.
So then it's the same thing. Then you would get the 2 black lines, but on the side. It's still not bad, because you learn how to focus on the specific thing you're looking at.
Yeah,
you don't have
absolutely.
to look at the black lines. These idiots who complained, I'm like, you're so stupid. Just look at the picture. Don't look at the black lines. And they're not black lines. There is no black lines. That is just, your screen is black. I used to remember I had to explain that to people. Your screen is black. The picture is small, but there is no black lines. But they never understood. They just didn't until widescreen became popular, and now it's like, second nature for everybody. No more bitching and whining.
No, I know. Well, I mean, have you gone back and played an older game? Like, for me, Final Fantasy VII, when you played on the what the fuck do you call it? On the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
It has the black lines on the side, and it takes away from the game.
I believe it. Some people, the people who remake games, they made it cool. Like, for example, the Super Nintendo, the SNES.
Yeah, they do designs. That's what that game needed.
They had speakers that make it look like speakers are attached to the TV. They had background, basically, so you're not looking at that. It focus. It's the way the design of the background is to focus your eyes into the picture, which is fine. Right. I think Street Fighter did it too. The Street Fighter, when you buy the special edition that came out now, the 25th or 30th edition, you can either play now the new version, which is widescreen, or you can do it the original way, which is full screen, but then you're going to get the sides. And I think they did something on the sides. I might be wrong, but I think I remember they put a design.
They put a design like it was the old arcade machine.
Exactly. Oh, was that it? That's actually really cool. See, I like that. But, I mean, certain games... was the first Metal Gear widescreen?
Think so.
Was it for PlayStation? I don't think it was.
I think it had those bars,
If it
and then
did,
it would
then
fill it in
wow.
with subtitles.
Then he was
think it
way
did.
he was way off ahead of its time. I mean, that was what, 99, 98?
97, 98, yeah.
Shit. Fucking hey, the widescreens were so rare. I mean, unless you had a projector. Which, did I tell you that I went to Orlando to my cousin's house? Shout out to Alex Rodan. I went to his house, and he has 100-inch movie theater that he, to live single and not have a family and make money. Not that much money, but you make money because you don't have anything to spend on. Bro, he has you know how you like a man cave? He made a theater in his room, in one of the extra rooms in the house, with like a rising platform and everything, with seats that are like movie theater seats. And he had 100-inch screen. It can go bigger, but that's, I think, about the size of the wall or something like that. And we played God of War. Oh man, ridiculous. I mean, this is something that everybody's wanted ever since television was made. Bigger is better.
Oh yeah, no,
Bigger
trust
is
me.
better. And now it's like the regular size, the normal size to have in a house is about 60 to 65 inches. That's the regular size.
And the crazy thing is when I think back on what we used to crowd around, dude, I could hear an echo in the background.
No, there's no echo.
Okay.
Can you still hear the echo?
Fuck, I had it and I lost it. No.
Right.
I had it and I lost it.
I said about the big screens. Everybody wants
No. The shit. What we used to gather around a normal television is insane when you see what it was.
Yeah,
And
I know.
Well, the thing is I'm at my girlfriend's mom's house because of the surgery, and we're staying in her parents' room. They gave us the room because of my back surgery, and they have like a 31-inch TV mounted on the wall, and I have my PlayStation hooked up there. I can't play half my games because I can't read what's on the screen because it's so small.
What's the size?
It's a 31-inch. It's a 31-inch television.
31.
But you can't read things. So I have to play games that only that really don't have any text to it, or it's just I've played it before. Something like The Division, where if I would have gotten Division Day 1 and had that TV, I'd have been fucked. Because you can't read anything. But I just go and I just play because, I mean, I'm OP as hell. And I just go and I just run my routes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean. But you can't do
same thing goes.
with games that you have
same
to
thing
read,
goes-
though.
Yeah. But like same thing with Batman. Batman, I've already beaten it, so it's not like I have to look for all the Joker clues or anything because I've already beaten it. I'm just going and beating people up.
Exactly.
But like a game like XCOM, where you're trying to see how much health a guy has, where you can move, fuck, dude, I can't play that at all.
31 inches?
31 inches.
Yo, and my family TV when I was a kid was 19 inches. 19 to 20 inches. The one that I had in my room was 13 inches. 13 inches.
The clicking of the TV, man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
now I have a 70-some inch in my living room, dude.
exactly.
And I'm getting ready. My girlfriend and I are looking at getting an 80-inch.
Why the fuck do you want to just get bigger and bigger and bigger? I've been to your house. That TV's fine.
How awesome's
the TV you have
how
is
awesome
fine.
is it? How awesome is it?
You're okay. You don't need another one.
Oh my god, dude! The day I put in God of War,
Why don't you
like
put
I remember
Why don't you put? How big is the one you have?
the one I have in the man cave is 60, but it's not 4K.
No, the one that you have in the 4K.
The 4K is 65 in the bedroom. I have a 65-inch in my bedroom.
Okay, so you got one in your bedroom, one in your man cave, the one that we watch E3 in.
Oh, yeah, that's the 75.
Okay, 75 inch. Why don't you just buy another 75 inch and put it next to each other?
Meh. Because that only takes care of left to right. What about up and down?
You're right. So you're gonna have to buy 3 more.
Yeah,
Holy,
it's
what is
okay.
that, 300 inches. Jesus.
It'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. You keep doing it.
So, we ever going to get to any kind of news, or we
Yo,
just going
wait.
to sit here and talk about our personal lives?
People love that shit. All right, so let's talk about Ant-Man 2, since we talked about it real little.
Ant-Man 2 was awesome.
It was really good. Was it good as the first one?
No,
I wouldn't say it's
this one had better fighting. Fighting. The jokes were whatever, but the fighting was so much better.
Yes, wow, the Wasp is amazing. She definitely should have been the first choice. But I remember that the conflict was he didn't want to lose his daughter and stuff like that. But the way she fights,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. And Scott, I mean, I thought it was great the fact that they explained that she was kind of jealous that he went with the Avengers without telling anything to her. You know, one was about losing all the money they had, and the other one was about jealousy.
Yeah.
Because I'd be pissed if I lost my $1 million corporation. I'd be pissed. I wouldn't talk to him ever again. But guys, if you get a chance, go check it out now in theaters, because it's definitely worth seeing it in theaters. I saw it in the Dolby Vision, and it was amazing with the subwoofers underneath the seats and stuff. Crazy good. So, okay, now that we got that out of the way, what did you play?
I'm just really working on getting that Batman Platinum. All I have to do is beat it on the hardest mode.
Uh-huh.
And in that, it's just, I'm not trying to burn myself out with it, because I do enjoy it. Playing it again, after not playing it for so long, and seeing the Joker keep popping up, it sucks that Mark Hamill says that this game is no more, that he's never going to repraise the Joker.
Which is ridiculous, because if he was an Academy Award winner, I understand. If you're out there and you're supplying the best of the best, then I understand. But Jesus, you're not doing anything. You're probably going to have a couple of cameos as a ghost in the next Star Wars. And that's about it.
Well, no, he didn't even do that. He gave permission to use his likeness. He's probably done.
What do you mean his likeness? Like they're going to put a young version of him?
Or a CG version of him.
So that's probably ridiculous. You see? You're not doing anything. Just do the Joker voice. Nobody has to look your face. You don't have to put makeup on. Just get in the mic.
You can come in. You just come in with a mic and flip-flops and a t-shirt.
I sometimes wonder if he kind of improvises those lines.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because the things he says, it's never been used. The way he calls bats, Batsy, he calls him something else. And he has a nickname for almost every character there that only the Joker calls each other, you know? Calls them.
Yeah.
And he knows when to laugh. He's just fucking great. He's great.
No, yeah. He is. It was great, man. It's a really good game, but like I said, they only just went for bigger and prettier. They really didn't put too much behind it. What else? What else did I play? That's really it, man. I've been playing that, and then playing Injustice, playing Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5 is finally announced its party DLC. And remember what I said before about what makes Rockstar different? Did you read what I sent you that Rockstar just posted?
Didn't you say this? Gay Tony's back?
Gay Tony's back.
Gay Tony wasn't. I'm trying to remember where Gay Tony was.
He was the DLC for Grand Theft Auto 4.
Grand Theft Auto 4, that's right.
And now he's like, I've been to Liberty City now. I'm back in San Andreas.
God.
Because he's doing parties. So everything you're doing, you're working for him. This goes back to why the story mode is so relevant for the Grand Theft Auto genre.
I admire what they're doing. I admire it. But
You don't like it. It's fine.
it's like...
You want to know what's incredible, though? I'm finding out more and more that there are people like me playing Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
When I go to a forum or when I read Rockstar, they go, why don't you release this in single player? And they go, dude, I just go online and play single player by myself. He's like, I don't interact with anybody. They're like, I create...
You defeat the purpose of
that's
online.
But it's true, though, man. Like, there are the gamers that don't like online gaming. There are a ton of me out there. And if this was just DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5... I'm pretty sure we would have bought it. Does that make sense?
Of course it does.
Like if they would have charged like $30 a year for a season pass, because that's what it is, a season. I would have gladly have spent the $30 for it just to get it.
Dad.
I would have.
Have you seen the memes of Rockstar where there's like a guy with a stick and he's like poking the Rockstar logo, saying "Do something"? Have you seen it?
No.
It's great.
No.
I guess like a dead body or something, and he's like just poking at it. Do something. I mean,
So yeah.
don't rush them.
Oh no.
Now Todd, what's his name?
Todd
Todd
Howard.
Howard said, you need people who love Elder Scrolls. You're gonna have to be patient.
Oh, he totally said that this thing is going to be single player.
Well, of course it's gonna be.
Because of
he went the
ESU.
Final
I'm
Fantasy
guessing
route.
it's
He went the Final Fantasy. They made a Final Fantasy specifically for online, and that will grow forever and ever and ever. But when it's time to make a Final Fantasy, it's a single player,
yeah.
and that's what he's doing with it.
That's brilliant.
Why would you make Elder Scrolls 6 online when
when you have ESO?
exactly? I mean, the only thing that I'm not saying he's going to do it. The only thing that I can picture him sneaking in there is something like Far Cry, where you can play with a friend, and that's about it. I don't
even want
I don't
that.
want that either.
I
I think I get more immersed into the story when it's an epic hero who's on this quest by himself.
Yes.
And if people go with you, then let it be NPCs.
Yes. I'm all about that, man. And what I want, like literally, I just want, this is literally what I want. And I don't know how hard this would be. Just create a game called The Elder Scrolls and drop me off somewhere. And every 3 to 4 years, here's Skyrim for your game. Here's Morrowind for your game. Here's Hammerfell for your game. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. He also said there is not going to be a remake for Morrowind. He said absolutely no remake. So he shut that shit down immediately.
That they were going to make a
They're
remake?
not going to remake it, remaster it, anything like that with Morrowind.
Well, Skywind's coming out,
No,
man.
I mean, he doesn't care if somebody else is out there doing it with mods.
Oh,
but
they-
he definitely
they are-
said they're not touching that shit, which is fine. Morrowind is pretty old, though. What, PlayStation
Morrowind's
3? No,
no.
2?
It didn't even come out on
PC?
PlayStation. It was Xbox.
Xbox. It's too old, man. I think it's available for high def, like 4K through Xbox, but that's about it. You're not getting a better version of it. The game will still look the same how it did, 15 years ago, but it's just gonna be like in high def. Speak about Xbox. Xbox is doing a deal. Man, are they getting desperate or something? Well,
They are, and I
so
hate
one
it.
thing is that they're doing their Xbox. Whatchamacallit? Oh fuck. Their Xbox thing where you rent their games unlimited forever.
That's not what I'm talking
No,
about.
but that one. What's it?
I don't know. I don't care.
And they're doing 3 months for $10. Jesus. 3 months for $10 is ridiculous. And then I hear that they're doing also. Go ahead. You say this news.
Apparently, they're getting ready to announce a new system at Gamescom.
What the fuck?
They want to release a new system because they're trying to get ahead of Sony.
But why?
Because that's the only way they can get a leg up on Sony.
It doesn't make sense. You just release the most powerful system of all the console, and
because they're trying to get a leg up.
But it didn't, Frank. I understand that's what they tried to do with Xbox One X, and it didn't work. Then why the hell would you try to do it again?
It's a new system.
What do you mean it's a new system?
It's a new system.
This is so fucking stupid. I don't understand.
Because Sony has already said that their system's coming out in 2020. So they're like, well, we're gonna release ours first.
2019. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what they did with the 360. And this is why the 360 came out, and everybody jumped on the 360 because it was the newest system. But that system was a broken fucking system. And you can argue with me all you want, all you fanboys out there, and all those people who are like, 360 was such a great system, that this system was straight dog shit. Straight dog shit.
I mean, it still was one of the best-selling systems ever, but I understand what you're saying.
And flaming hot garbage.
Well,
you want to talk about... Let's see. Red Ring of Death. Okay, let's talk about... You remember how many times we'd get burnt in games because somebody's system would fall over and it would literally... The laser would cut into the discs?
I remember that. Yeah. No, wasn't it if you put it on the side, it would do that?
Some shit like that. If
you put it on the side, it would destroy the disc. Oh my god. And then they come in with that ring around the disc and we'd be like, you fucked the fucking game. You killed it. Now you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Of course, they never took blame for it.
Yeah.
But,
that's it.
Yeah, Frank, I do admit that, but overall,
the Sony system, the PlayStation 3 wasn't ready.
But
PlayStation 3 wasn't ready to be released. And if you look at the catalog of games that came out at the end of the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2 still had life. But they dropped the PlayStation 3.
Frank, they still made a community, an online community that PlayStation would have never made.
And I would have been happy.
Yeah, but I mean, they progressed gaming.
Did they?
They did.
Look at Fortnite. That's the progression that you got.
That's
the progression. That is the progression. When you're telling me that they're progressing, that's the progression that you got. You got the Fortnites and the Battle Royale and the Call of Duties. That's what you got. You didn't progress shit.
In your eyes, you didn't progress.
What did you progress?
I mean, in your eyes, but then, I mean, an old person could say that video games is not a progression in technology or in a way of making friends and stuff. They could say that actually destroyed social behavior to kids because they don't go out as much.
Right, because they're all online.
No, Frank. They could say they were saying that way before online.
No, but now it's even worse because now they don't even go over their friends' house.
But it started with video games. Is what I'm saying. And you sound like an old person who said that when the first games came out.
No.
That's what old people used to say. They used to say that we've ruined it.
But you're saying that Xbox progressed in a way, and I'm telling you, no, it didn't.
It's funny because
it created bad games. It created bad games because this is the thing. When you talk about Xbox, what did Xbox create? You go online community. After that, what do they have? They have Halo, Gears of War, and Forza.
Okay.
Tell me what they created.
But, I mean, you're talking about game base. I'm not talking about games. I'm talking about what they grew a better community unto this day.
I don't like the community. That's the shit, dude.
Those used to be PlayStation players. What are you talking about? Those community was part of PlayStation. Did you think they jumped from Nintendo to Xbox? They left. Left PlayStation.
But those are the kids. Those are the kids who just sat there and played Madden and goddamn what other sports game was out there? Because the kids who play Call of Duty are the same kids who play Madden. They're the same idiots who will spend $60 a year for the same goddamn thing.
And you think it's wrong that this company, Microsoft, decided to feed off of what
yes,
the people want?
That's called exploitation, and it's not what people want. It's called exploitation.
PlayStation has done that by taking the motion controllers off the Nintendo.
Oh yeah, well that's ridiculous. But it failed, and I'm glad it failed.
At the end of the day, when it comes to the only I'm telling you the only company for video games that has truly innovated the way that games have been it's been Nintendo. I'm sorry, because you're saying games don't count. The only reason the PlayStation got the better games is because it was a better powerful system. And that has nothing to do with the system. It has to do with great directors, great writers, great programmers that went to the better system. They knew that with PlayStation, they could do things that they couldn't do with Nintendo. That's the only reason. It's not like they went in there and invented something that was over the top. They just put games in a disc. Who did that before PlayStation? PC.
Sega.
Or Sega. PC.
Oh, well, I don't know. That was
games were in CD. Fucking Dragon's Lair was in a big giant disc. And
3DO.
3DO, all that shit.
Well,
what exactly?
Was it? Exactly? No. Because I remember
3DO was CD. What are you talking about?
No, but I remember PC games came on floppies.
They came on floppy, but you're not going to tell me that Sony invented the disc, putting games in a disc before PC.
No, there's Sega.
That wasn't the Sega CD.
Sony's, no way. No, Sega CD. That was supposed to be Nintendo's answer to Sega CD. That was supposed to be the PlayStation was supposed to be the Nintendo's answer. Look at a PlayStation controller. Look at a Super Nintendo controller. They're the exact same thing.
All right. Who made games in CD-ROM first? Who created the history of classic video games, CD-ROM? Of course. Keep talking. I'm looking here.
No, but that's like you want to sit there and give all this praise to something that, in all honesty,
I'm not giving it praise, but you can't say overall the hardware sucked. It did suck, but they did something that, in my eyes, made a community. PlayStation didn't have a community. PlayStation had everyone for himself,
and that's fine. No, that's where gaming thrived, bro.
I don't think it would have lasted.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Yes. The PlayStation 2 is still the greatest selling video game system of all time.
Frank,
92 million units.
But it wasn't
92 million
It's
units.
A community that brings it together.
92 million units. 92 million units.
Do you remember playing Nintendo 64 WWE or W?
Yes.
What was the funnest part about that? Was it playing it by yourself or playing it with 3 other people?
I had fun playing Dude, I have fun playing by myself, man. I hate playing with other people.
But the game was 100 times better when you play with other people.
So you're going to tell me Resident Evil 2 would have been better co-op?
Resident Evil 2 would not have been better co-op. But I'm not saying that. See, what I'm saying is that people like playing with games. People. No, don't let me finish.
How much do you want to bet that Capcom decides to throw in a co-op mode for Resident Evil 2?
They won't do that. It doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make? It makes perfect sense.
That's like making.
You want to talk about a game? That's Resident Evil 5.
They're not gonna do co-op.
That's Resident Evil 5. Yeah,
they're not gonna do it because the whole fact of the matter is that they learn that it's better to go by yourself. Hence, why they did Resident Evil 7 like that.
Okay.
They're not gonna do that. It won't make any sense to do it like that with another player because the original was separated. Leon and Claire bump into each other maybe 3 times on the whole game.
But it could be one of those things where, dude, you got to do this and I got to do this, so I'll see you on the other side kind of thing.
They didn't do it with Resident Evil Revelations, and they had an opportunity to do it like that.
But
They didn't do it with Resident Evil. Resident Evil 5 was double, right? Resident Evil 5, you could play 2 players? But you couldn't do it with 6, right?
I don't know. I don't play 6.
6 is the best one of the series. What's wrong with you? I don't think 6 you could do it. Maybe I'm wrong. But definitely 5 you could play with each other. It was new. But we're getting off a track here. What I'm saying is that people like playing games with their friends. They do. Hence why Xbox was the first one to do lag. Am I saying that right? Landlines. LAN gaming. Did I say that?
Yes. Lag.
They were the...
You said lag.
I said lag, I know. The first system to do that. Or no, actually, I think Dreamcast was the first one to do it. I think you would do it in order to play Fantasy Star Online. But when Halo came out, which I never liked the Xbox. I hated the Xbox. But when Halo came out and people brought 6 different Xboxes, hooked them up together, and then you could play 24 people playing Halo. And you don't like playing that, but I was kind of jealous because the only people who could do that before was PC, and I hated PC, so I was like, fuck PC. But now there was an actual console system that was actually doing that. And I feel that they learned from that, and they thrived into the next system like that. That's why it got bigger and faster. And then the PlayStation, and if it was true what you were saying, when the PlayStation 3 came out, people would have jumped back to PlayStation 3. People didn't want to jump back. They stick with 360.
Oh, they stuck with 360 because it was cheap.
And I'll tell you one thing right now. If the Xbox, I'm telling you, PlayStation 4 is a great fucking system. It is an amazing system. But if it had come out after the Xbox One, I don't know. I don't know, Frank. I don't know if people would have jumped to it.
No, they would have.
I want to believe that they would have.
The price, the price point. It was the price. It literally was the price.
It was literally the price. But the way gamers buy things is they buy whatever comes out first. They don't care about the price. They care about whatever comes out first. It's the truth. That's how it's always been. This is available now to me.
Well, think about it. Then the Dreamcast would still be alive. Dreamcast came out before PlayStation.
But I think Sega didn't have the support of games, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm. It had
0 support.
Well, no. When PlayStation launched, it launched with like some 25 titles, man.
I understand, yes. But was the Dreamcast out at the same time as the PlayStation, or was the Dreamcast after the PlayStation?
It was after the PlayStation, before PlayStation 2.
Before PlayStation 2. You're right.
And they had a bunch of games. They had the 3D Sonic.
And you know, I hate to say it, but Dreamcast
Crazy
was
Taxi.
a really good system.
It was a great system. It was a great system. Code Veronica?
I mean, till this day, I remember seeing Code Veronica on Dreamcast. And then I saw it for PlayStation 2, and it was not the same.
Soul Calibur 2. Holy fuck. That game got perfect scores.
Soul Calibur 2? Really?
Yeah. Perfect scores. It was one of the first 10s that I ever remember reading about online.
All right, so let's go back. What else? What other news you got? You were going to talk about something else.
Well, no, there's just a bunch of other stuff that's getting ready to come out. Comic-Con's out right now. Nothing super major has been revealed. They keep dropping little things. There's a ton of new toys. Like, I mean, that's one of the big things about Comic-Con. You see all the new action figures.
You know what I'm jealous of? The booth for...
Go ahead.
For Loot Box are giving 2 toys only for people who went to Comic-Con of Rick and Morty and Archer. And the Archer...
Yes,
did you see the Archer
that
one? Where he's putting the finger
he's
putting the finger up to tell you to wait a minute?
Yep.
And the Morty one looks cool too. I'm so fucking pissed.
So that's there. There's actually a new Batman and Joker comic book coming out where they're teaming up. That's going to be a mini series that's
Are
coming
you
out.
serious?
Yep. And the cover art is sick. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. We have wonderful television shows like Titans coming out.
Bro, don't even get me started with that. I'm so pissed off about that. I just
Fuck you, Batman. Fuck Batman. That's what he said.
what I was watching that and I was sure I thought it was like if anybody was watching the Nathan Fillion played he played Drake. Nathan Drake
That was awesome.
on a version which I've always said Nathan should be played by Nathan Fillion. And they finally did it and it was really well done, but it was a fan-based movie. I don't even know how they could pay this man. But they paid him and he did really good. So when I saw the teen it's not even called Teen Titans, it's called Titans, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The biggest garbage I have ever seen in my life. Did you see Starfire? How terrible it looks?
No. Oh yes.
It looks like something that was made by Makima.
Yeah.
And no offense to am I saying it right, Makima?
Machinima.
Okay. No offense to Machinima. Their YouTube channel is awesome. And for the type of shit that they do on a YouTube channel, fuck yeah, my man, they do awesome. But this is a fucking company, if I'm not mistaken, it's WB. Or it could be Fox for all I know. But that looks like a high school kids did it. It also looks like those fake trailers that they do in YouTube. It's just terrible. And then they don't even show Beast Boy changing into an animal. Like, or they don't have the effects yet, I guess. Oh my god. People who are listening, please just stick to Teen Titans Go on Cartoon Network. You'll enjoy it and laugh a lot more.
Booyah!
Booyah. They make them look like idiots, but that's what makes the show really good. And they have unique jokes. They make fun of movies that are released. They're like the South Park of a type of cartoon. They actually make fun of whatever's relevant at the time. That's why I like Teen Titans Go. It's just a funny show. Kids can watch it, adults can watch it. Just jokes in there that only adults would catch. And then you go off and make it look all serious and shit? Come on. Come on, really? Fucking
We're also getting
fucking DC.
We're also getting a new Charmed. They're rebooting Charmed 2.0.
WB, it's not even WB anymore. CW is killing me. Why do you have to do this fucking shit? You already have Flash, Arrow, Guardians of whatever the fuck it's called. You have Supergirl. You're okay. They have shows that give ratings. Why are you doing this? Charmed? Nobody misses Charmed. Do you miss it?
I never even watched the first one.
I mean, if you're gonna give me something, you give me Firefly. Give me Buffy the Vampire Slayer remake. I'll watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I thought they're doing that. I thought they were redoing that.
If Josh is not on it, I'm not gonna watch it. He needs to be working on that shit. He's what made that. He's the one who made that show famous. He made that show. If you are a Buffy the Vampire Slayer watcher and you watch the first Avengers, you can tell that Josh Whedon is the director. Because it's there. I know you didn't watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but that style is there. If you see Firefly, it's there. He has a way he directs his shows and apparently his movies too. And unfortunately, he took over Justice League way too late. Yeah.
They're also not releasing the Zack Snyder version that, and I use this term because this is what they printed, fans wanted. They're not going to release it. It's got to be that bad. Because no one's going to get it. No one's going to buy it.
Just stop watching that shit. My God. Oh my God.
That's what they said.
Oh fuck. Oh.
It has been confirmed that Andrew Lincoln is not going to be part of Walking Dead next season. Next season is his last.
That's sad.
What else? What else came about in Comic-Con? More comics. Apparently, they already have the release date for the next Joker movie that's going to be played by Joaquin Phoenix. And that is October of 2019.
Okay. Who's he playing?
The Joker.
God damn it. Fucking unbelievable. I'm about to throw this fucking mic on the floor and walk out like I'm in the Maury show and they told me I'm the father.
I'm telling you. DC has no idea what it's
Phoenix?
doing. Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker.
I've never seen that man laugh.
So now, are you ready for this one?
No, I'm not. You're just giving me bombs. I want to.
Jared Leto is also getting his own Joker movie. You ready for this one? There's also going to be a Joker and Harley Quinn movie. Tell me when you're ready for more.
No, I'm done, man. What is this? Fucking.
Margaret Robbie is producing a Birds of Prey movie, which has Harley Quinn, Black Canary, Poison Ivy, and a bunch of other women.
Okay, wait. What?
On top
Isn't
of
Birds of Prey,
yeah.
Barbara Gordon, and two other characters that I don't even know who the other two fucking characters are. All I know is Barbara Gordon is
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not just that. That got more.
DC, listen. DC fans.
They have another Harley Quinn movie coming out that's like Gotham City Girls or something.
What?
Like they're just exploiting it. They're just using what they know makes money, which is basically
make money.
The Joker.
It doesn't make money. Justice League did not make money.
But the
Suicide Squad did not make money.
But the merchandise does.
What merch? You're talking about like shirts and shit?
Yep. All that stuff at Hot Topic.
This is ridiculous. The only thing that I can think of is perverts buying posters of Harley Quinn, and that's because Margaret Robbie is a good-looking woman. That's about it.
No, dude. These girls, these high school
They
girls
like Jared
that
Leto?
are like, no. Well, one, they do like Jared Leto, which is weird in and of itself. Not that they like Jared Leto, but that they like the Jared Leto Joker.
This is...
Yeah.
This is
But remember, hey, I'm wrong for sitting there saying that things like Fortnite are bad for gamers and everything. This is what you get. This is what you get. This is the result of that. You don't want to listen to me, but I'm telling you,
Fortnite is not connected to how bad DC makes movies. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's because they're doing what's popular. And it's a copy and paste. And it takes what you like in the nerd world and it makes it shitty, man. In no way, shape, or form. You're going to tell me 15 years ago that Ant-Man would be a better movie than Batman versus Superman.
Hell no. I would have told you you were out of your fucking mind.
You would have told exactly right. Exactly right.
But it's... What do you want me to tell you? You don't even... Generation Z is what's out now. I don't even know what the next one is called. It's called Generation Zero. And it's just going to get worse and worse. And I want to keep doing podcasting forever. Want to talk about what's cool and what's not. But I don't want to be that old guy.
Most of it's not cool.
The old guy who fucking sits there and goes, "You have kids today."
But we are those old guys who are saying you kids today. But don't get me wrong, there are good things. But they're few and far between because they keep churning out everything every other fucking week.
I'll tell you one thing. Talking about this generation coming up. for all those sports players like football, soccer, basketball, they get paid way too much, because I still say they get paid way too much for what they play. That shit's gonna go down, bro. That money's gonna go away. I'm telling you right now, I can guarantee you in another 15 years, nobody's gonna be watching ESPN. Nobody's gonna be watching basketball. Nobody's gonna be watching football. Those fuckers, sports players, watch them get 40,000 to maybe 100,000 a year or something like that. I'm telling you, this is where we're headed, bro. ESPN is doing bad. You know that, right?
Well, that's because of the cable networks.
People are on YouTube. People are on Hulu. They're not watching sports. They don't want to watch sports, Frank. The new generation does not give a shit about it.
Yeah, to a certain
degree. This is the beginning. Those kids are going to have kids, and they won't teach them to watch sports or play sports. It's over, bro. I'm telling you. ESPN's days are numbered. What are they doing? They're putting Overwatch League, and they're putting Street Fighter Evo on ESPN because they're trying to get the people. NASCAR had to change the rules of a game that's been of a sport that's been around for what, 80 years? I don't know how long NASCAR's been around. They had to change it so millennials could keep watching.
Yeah.
I remember. They made the race shorter because
same thing. They're trying to figure out how to say baseball.
Exactly, bro. I understand it's hard for people who are listening. It's hard to understand because you like to watch football and your friends watch football. But that 8-year-old who's playing Fortnite, he's not watching football. When Dad said sit beside me and watch football, he has a Switch in his hand. He has a phone in his hand. He's playing Fortnite. He's not watching the sport. He's just sitting near Dad. He could give two shits about the sport. I'm telling you. In another 20 years... sports players, no way are they going to get millions. No way. They're going to have to start putting like killing in NBA. Like if you do a jump ball, you have to fight for the death instead of jumping for it.
Stab him in the throat.
It's going to have to be something that will catch people's eyes.
The running man.
Or a jump ball, just a girl comes out in a bikini and throws the ball in the air. Something to keep the public watching, because I'm telling you, I work in a job that is basically, I'm not mentioning my job, but in the break room there's about 100 men and maybe 10 females, and about 50% are watching, like they put the Super Bowl. 50%, not even 50%. I say 30% of people are watching the football game. The other ones are on the phone, and the other ones are not even. They don't even care. They're just chatting. What do you think is going to happen as the time goes by? So, forget about what Fortnite is doing. Fortnite is changing. The generation is changing everything. Just the companies are trying to make money off of it. They don't care. You okay? Did I make you feel old?
Yeah. No, dude, I feel old every day, man. I feel old every day. And I mean, I know I get it. I know I get a lot of flack being the quote unquote elitist that I am, because I think I'm better than everybody and I think I'm always right. But at the end of the day, I mean, I say it just like this. I'm always the asshole because I say what you're thinking. You know that. You know that more than anybody. I have next to no filter, and I really don't give a shit what people think about me. But at the end of the day, when I sit here and I bash the millennials, or I'm bashing something like Aubrey, it's because it's bad. And you may sit there and say, "Oh, you just hate." It's bad though. There's nothing of substance there, whether it's Fortnite or Destiny. I mean, hell, even The Division is a dumb game that I play. Only reason why I like The Division over other games is just because it's realistic guns, and I like guns. But let me tell you what, let The Division start using phaser guns and lasers and shit, and I'll shut that shit off real quick, man.
But
I got
It's
time
true,
for that.
but it'll probably game
I ain't got time for that nonsense.
triple the amount.
I hate like laser guns and all that garbage. It's one of the reasons why I hated Halo. Like like you have the machine gun and the pistol, and then everything else is Alienware with like lasers and trackers and shit. I'm like, fuck that, man. I hate that nonsense.
I just looked up that game, Call of Duty Infinity. I think Infinity Wars. I just looked it up on Steam. It has like terrible reviews. It's like on the bottom, like 0.
But a lot of that, and I'll say it like this, and I'm not even being a liar. I really feel like the real gamers nowadays, to a certain degree, are on PC. They don't put up with the Call of Duty bullshit. You know, I mean, they're on there, but they're not as rabid as a PlayStation or Xbox person when it comes to Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's true. They don't. The community
So-
doesn't care much about the first person. Multiplayers.
I mean, the multiplayer is probably bigger for but that's because they've been on the internet all their lives, and they've had dude, I go back to when I used to play Diablo 2, man, and to think like if I would have, because I played Diablo 2 with my friends, but my only one friend had a computer. The rest of us, I mean, didn't have shit. So we'd all take turns playing Diablo, whatever. But like one person would sit there and play Diablo while everybody was like playing N64. Does that make sense? Because, I mean, there was only one person. If all of us had our own computers, we'd probably all still be friends and playing whatever it was. But that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet anybody online, man. That's weird. To me, I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't got time to make friends in random-ass places all over the country. Plus, I got a kid. I can't fucking log on whenever you need me to log on to do a run. Hope you're listening, Todd Howard. Do not fuck up my Elder Scrolls 6.
Man, he's not. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
By the way, guys, it's a really another slow week even with Comic-Con going on.
No, I mean, we should have more to talk about next week. Comic-Con did start yesterday, but most of the news started today. And as Comic-Con gets deeper into the weekend, you're going to have a lot more shit.
Well, I mean, they're probably, what? Is everybody there for Marvel? Or is Marvel a no-show this year?
I think Marvel is a no-show.
I think they're holding off. I don't think they're showing up this year.
No, I think they skipped it.
Because that's after Infinity War, it goes to Phase 4, starting with Spider-Man.
I'm trying to just keep a positive mind and see what's gonna happen, and maybe they probably won't fuck this up.
It's like, dude,
They probably won't fuck it up.
Oh no, I don't think it's gonna fuck it up, but it's gonna be sad. It's breaking up with a girlfriend that you've been with for a long time, man. 10 years, dude. That's a long time to be devoted. 10 years, 19 movies, and I mean, I think the worst one was probably Thor: The Dark World.
That probably was the worst one.
But then after that, trying to rank them, might have to play around with it a bit. But like, and I mean, Thor: The Dark World is still nowhere near as bad as Batman vs Superman.
No, not at all.
And so, like, think about that. 19 solid movies. And I've enjoyed them, and I look forward to seeing them each and every time, each and every year. I'm there seeing them. Only one I didn't see was opening night was Avengers, and that was because I had a son that was born. Fucker's already ruining my life.
Oh my god.
Anyways. No, I love my son. I'm giving him shit. But, I mean, I've seen everything at least opening week. And to know that it's coming to an end, because people get old and people got other shit to do. It's
true.
I'm sad, man. I'm sad that it's. I'm not ready to say goodbye. It is like trying to argue with somebody who's already out the door
Well,
on why they should stay. But I get it. I understand. All good things got to come to an end.
I mean, they're not. They don't want to go the route with James Bond, or.
But
what's
they
the-
are.
No,
I mean, they are going the route.
No, they're
but,
not.
Well,
Because
no, they're not
going to
going.
find somebody to play Tony. They're just
Right.
going to kill it off until they do a remake in about another 15 years or 20.
Well, kind of what I was hoping for, but I was wrong. At the end of Spider-Man, the black girl that Peter Parker's in love with is like moving away. You remember that? Because her dad?
I remember.
But she's actually really smart. The new Iron Man is actually a black girl who goes to MIT, who becomes Tony Stark's protege.
But you can't be her
And I was-
protege if let's assume he dies.
Well, that's where I was going. Like that would be a good kind of like link to them because you know how he's also a mentor to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I would not mind, and I would really hope he would. I don't think he will, but I mean, I could see it happening if he was kind of like the Michael Douglas in Ant-Man or the Professor Xavier, where he's not in every Marvel movie, but he just kind of has this role of mentor,
Like his father did.
helping out.
Yeah, his father
random.
was the brains, but he never did anything other than that.
So I would like to see that in the future.
Man,
There's no
I would
guarantee.
like that too. If he just settles down with Pepper, and that's it, you know. He decides to retire because he made a promise to her. But
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
he's there. Well, yeah, he retired, but he's kind of like the Nick Fury, for a lack of a better term. He's there, but he's
Or
not
the
doing
Stan
anything.
Lee.
He's just like,
He might just pop in.
yeah,
there.
he recruiting people and getting new equipment and stuff like that.
He could be the Q.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be great.
Okay. I think that's about it with our show today.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Thank you.
not our most powerful episode. A lot of hate.
No, people need to hear the shit we think. That's it. We are
Lot of
here to
hate.
talk about news. Oh, we forgot to say that. Where you hear all your weekly news, your geek news.
All week, every week.
That's fine. We got it in there, you see. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget, we are in Apple and we are in Google Play Music. Check us out on the podcast. I'm working on something that I haven't told Frank. I'm actually working on our own app. It's not going to happen now, maybe in 2 months. So we'll have our own app in iTunes, not iTunes, in Apple iPhones and Google Android phones. So then you can just click the button and listen to our podcast.
That's pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
I've been looking into it, but right now, if you guys subscribe or give us a review, that helps us out. We have a lot of social gathering. We are in Twitter at Evil Metal Gamers. We have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. We are everywhere. Just look at Evil Metal Gamers, and we have the website up that takes you straight to our. We have the link in Twitter. We have the link in Instagram. It takes you to our website, and you can listen to all our podcasts all the way to the very first one, which I'll give you warning right now. It doesn't sound as good as it sounds now. But hey, all podcasts sounds better with time. But thank you for so much for listening and for all the love that you guys give us. And take care.
Love, peace, and happiness.